I'll say it one more time. Toy Freaks was in the top 100 channels with 8.5 million subscribers and over 7 billion views. You mean to tell me that YouTube didn't know that channel existed? You mean to tell me that they've never seen one of these videos of these kids being tied up and just weird, freaky stuff happening? Adpocalypse 2.0 is here. I don't know to what extent this is going to affect YouTube channels, but there has been a large group of major advertisers pulling their ads off of YouTube. I said this was going to happen, and in fact, it's even broader than I expected. If you follow my channel, you'll know that about a week or so ago, I did a series of videos about creepy children's videos on YouTube. 3 videos to be exact. The last video I did talked about child exploitation. So, a quick recap. There are weird videos that are computer generated, algorithmically generated, that shows cartoon characters like Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, and Minions peeing and getting injections and just other weird, creepy things. There's cartoon characters eating feces. Outside of that, which is really bad and has caused a lot of people alarm, there are videos where adults put children in really messed up positions for God knows why. For whatever reason, the algorithm on YouTube or is supporting this, or people just want to watch this kind of stuff. I did a very light video on that. I didn't get too in-depth because it's more research is involved, but sure enough, many news organizations started digging in. BuzzFeed News, for instance, sent some requests to YouTube asking them about these channels, and we saw one of the largest takedowns in YouTube history. In fact, I believe it is the largest takedown, Toy Freaks. This is a channel run by an Illinois man with 8.53 million subscribers. It was among the top 100 most viewed YouTube channels. We've terminated the Toy Freaks channel for violation of our policies, a YouTube rep said in a statement. We'll be conducting a broader review of associated content in conjunction with expert trusted flaggers. This channel, Toy Freaks, had a theme called Bad Baby, and you'd often see the kids dressed like babies, they're actually much older, refusing to follow their parents' orders or just all around doing kind of creepy things. Similar channels depicted little girls tied up with candles near them, the Joker kidnapping people, smearing toothpaste on their face, in one instance, shoving a child into a washing machine, it looks like. And a lot of these channels were in Eastern Europe. These aren't the worst of the channels. I understand that, BuzzFeed News and several news outlets have found these children's skits videos, as many people call them, right? Where kids are pretending to be in these situations. But there are channels that get even worse, and I'm not going to name them, and I'm not even gonna show screenshots of these channels because it is really disturbing. These are channels that have children taking baths, children getting dressed. They're video titles that are straight up getting naked, and it's a toddler. And you can look at the comments and see that the people commenting are not children, are not family friendly, are not the viewers of family vlogs. They're creepy individuals who are here for a particular reason. Which brings us to Adpocalypse 2.0. Firms ditch YouTube ads over predatory comments on videos of children. So according to The Guardian, big brands are pulling advertising from YouTube and Google after their ads were found to be displayed against content being exploited by pedophiles. Despite YouTube promising to take an even more aggressive stance against predatory behavior, the confectionery giants Mars and Cadbury, the supermarket Lidl, Deutsche Bank, and Adidas have led a wave of brands removing advertising from YouTube. A lot of these channels, not all of them, are just kids playing. I've had many people say, Tim, you need to look into this and send me links to a channel that's actually run by teenagers, 14-year-olds. And it's them playing on playgrounds and going swimming or playing make-believe and things like that. And sure enough, you can see comments from sexual predators. It's just downright creepy. Now, I'm not going to blame children for being children. I'm not going to blame kids for being kids and wanting to make videos and play with their friends. It's not their fault that this is happening. But these other channels like Toy Freaks and these Eastern European channels that actually have kids being kidnapped and tied up are downright creepy. And this is adults exploiting children to make money. So far, it looks like the list of advertisers who have pulled out, at least according to preliminary reports, is Yamaha, Dropbox, Iceland, O2, Which, Mars, Deutsche Bank, Lidl, Adidas, Cadbury, HP, Diageo, and Now TV. And you know what? This is really frustrating to me as a YouTuber, as somebody who makes videos on this platform and relies on YouTube to make my journalism, to travel, to make a living. Because look, YouTube is a downright mess. Just the other night, several major channels were deleted for violations of the terms of service, and that includes people like iDubbbz and Conan O'Brien. It was a technical error, apparently, and these channels have been reinstated. But it just goes to show that YouTube is losing control of what's happening. And now, for a more personal bit of anger, I made a video a couple days ago about net neutrality, in which case I am pretty much on Google's side here, right? Google supports net neutrality. I'm more in favor of net neutrality. I understand a lot of the arguments. I've talked to a lot of people, so, you know, I lean more towards net neutrality out of a fear of the potential loss of alternative media. It's a really, really complicated issue. But unsurprisingly, YouTube demonetized my video about net neutrality. The title of the video, "The Fight for Net Neutrality, Could We Lose Alternative Media?" Demonetized. I am not allowed to make money off of this video, apparently. So listen, you've got to convince me that for whatever reason, YouTube prioritized going after news producers and political pundits. They went after people like me. They demonetized my videos about things like net neutrality. I did a video about Paul Manafort, breaking news, demonetized. But the algorithm couldn't spot videos about bad baby butt injection bleeding tooth. They couldn't spot videos of, they couldn't find Elsagate. They couldn't find these videos of Joker kidnapping children. They couldn't find comments from pedophiles on videos of children doing the splits. YouTube's priorities are all screwed up. And I'll tell you, in my opinion, this is because of PR. I think the only reason YouTube is reacting this way and taking down these channels now is because people have started to build up to this in the press, right? So I originally started calling out these creepy computer-generated videos, and then sure enough, we see YouTube say, oh no. I wasn't the first person to call them out, by no means, but many people started saying, look at these videos, these are really bad, YouTube, do something about this. And then YouTube started to do it. Now BuzzFeed is pulling up these other, even creepier videos, and YouTube saying, oh no, we'll take care of it. But YouTube didn't take care of it for the longest time, even though these videos have hundreds of thousands of views, even though they have millions of views, even though some of these creepy children's channels have millions of views and are in the top 100. You gotta convince me that YouTube didn't know these channels existed. No. They knew they existed, they knew exactly what was going on, but they only react to bad PR. And now we can turn and point to Twitter. Because I did another video not too long ago where I called out Twitter for removing the verification badges of people with extreme political opinions. People who have done nothing to break the law necessarily. Many of these people are just political pundits who don't have friendly opinions, and they lose their verification. And in some instances have been outright banned. But then you have sexual predators who are still verified. You have Ian Watkins, a man who is in prison for trying to rape a baby, is still verified and on the platform. Because these social media platforms don't actually care. These are not moral decisions. I guarantee you, YouTube does not care about these child exploitation videos. I guarantee you, Twitter does not care about sexual predators and child exploitation. They only care if people make a stink. And now, because of this political insanity, the fact that these social media platforms are more worried about appearing partisan or supporting bad politics, they've ignored child exploitation to the point where they are now losing even more advertisers. During the first Adpocalypse, I said, you know what, I don't entirely blame YouTube. They're losing money on this too. And it's just political hubbub. You know, the Wall Street Journal called out PewDiePie for making Nazi jokes, and YouTube had to react, and this resulted in the Adpocalypse. YouTube responded by demonetizing certain videos, certain channels, for whatever reason, I don't understand. And I genuinely believed, you know, look, YouTube's losing money on this, and they're trying to figure out a way to make sure advertisers are happy. Advertisers do not have to buy ads on YouTube. And they don't have to give me any money for advertising on my channel. There's no obligation towards anyone, in which case YouTube needs to find a solution so that we can all move forward. But YouTube ignores problems like this. I'll say it one more time. Toy Freaks was in the top 100 channels with 8.5 million subscribers and over 7 billion views. You mean to tell me that YouTube didn't know that channel existed? You mean to tell me that they've never seen one of these videos of these kids being tied up and just weird, freaky stuff happening? So now here we are. Here I am, a legitimate creator, a sincere news producer. I travel to dangerous places. I produce on-the-ground reporting. I produce a lot of commentary videos. And I'm facing the repercussions of the ineptitude from these social media companies. I have been demonetized to no end. I've seen my revenue slashed. I've seen videos deranked in the search algorithm based on what YouTube deems worthy of being shown. and YouTube ignores the real problems. Adpocalypse 2.0. It looks like it's just beginning. I don't know if it'll be worse than Adpocalypse 1.0, but we're seeing this wave of advertisers pulling off of YouTube. I want to end by saying I'm frustrated. I'm angry. Just a couple days ago, they demonetized my video about net neutrality, a video in which they agree with me on nothing controversial in this video. I was simply talking about, hey guys, we should have like an internet thing, and it's demonetized. And they have these big channels that are allowed to get away with exploitation. So I'm frustrated, but again, I'm grateful that YouTube exists, because without YouTube, I wouldn't be able to make a video like this. So the reason I will criticize YouTube, the reason I will criticize Twitter is because I want these platforms to do better. I want them to be better and support genuine work from real people who are not breaking the rules and creating screwed up nonsense. I'm still grateful that YouTube exists and that alternative media can exist on this platform, even when YouTube is doing a bad job of it. Some alternative media is better than no alternative media, so I guess it is what it is. We'll see how this turns out. We'll see if we end up losing more money because of this, but it's scary. I just want to say to everybody who contributes to my Patreon and who donates through timcast.com/donate, without these monthly donations, I would not be able to do this, because ad revenue on YouTube is a roller coaster. I never know what's going to happen. And now with this wave of advertisers pulling out, and it may get worse, I don't know, it's scary. So having monthly contributors just makes me secure. And I know that this is it's a real job that I can continue to do because I have people who support me like all of you who do. So if you're not someone who supports me or you'd like to support me, you can go to timcast.com/donate and give whatever you'd like or give nothing at all. My videos are always free and available. I do make ad revenue off these videos, but as I said, it's inconsistent. And you can also go to patreon.com/timcast if that's what you'd prefer, and also give whatever you'd like. So comment below. We'll keep the conversation going. I'm really hoping this doesn't become as bad as it was the first time, but only time will tell. And you can follow me on Twitter for breaking news and live streams from around the world at Timcast. Thanks for hanging out. I guess we'll see what happens.